welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us this morning. The purpose of this session is just to give you a bit of insight into what the cloud journey currently looks like for our customers, why we believe migration is the right thing to do, and then just a good overview of Sage Accounting from our expert demoer, Mugesh Ninaka, that will be coming up a little bit later after a few slides that Grant and I will take you through. First off, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Matthew Love. I am the PMM, which is the Product Marketing Manager for Sage Accounting for Africa and Middle East. I'll be joined by my colleague, Grant Schneider, this morning. Grant, would you like to say hello and welcome yourself?
Thanks, Matt. Good morning, everyone, and thank you very much for joining. Great to be here and to talk you through what's in store for you in the cloud. I'm the product manager looking after the small business accounting product at Sage.
Cool, thanks. Grant. Okay, let's get into the presentation. So getting started, why do we call it our journey and what does it mean for you, our customers? So especially coming through what we've just been through with the pandemic and the way that it all affected and impacted our lives, we know that there's been a fundamental shift in the way that businesses operate and run and the way that we need to shift our processes to be able to manage more effectively going forward. With that in mind, we'd like to take you on this journey and make sure that you know that we're walking with you hand in hand on this journey so that we can face this new normal, so that we can reinvent businesses to update the way that we work and do things. And with Sage and our years of experience, the personalized service and support from our colleagues, the tools and technology that we make available, this is all possible. And we'd like you to go on this journey with us. Just reiterating that the size of Sage also assists in this. We have a common purpose across all 12,000 of our colleagues worldwide. This is experts in product engineering, from product marketing to support to marketing, sales. It's a huge organization that all has this common purpose to transform the way people think and work so that your organizations can thrive, so your businesses, especially the small businesses, can thrive, because that's going to be the backbone and foundation for growth and recovery going forward. Grant, would you like to talk to our value drivers?
Absolutely. So millions of customers around the world depend on Sage for their accounting, payroll, and HR software. And I think what's important is we've got over 30 years experience in deep compliance and legislation changes, which means that we navigate those changes for you and with you. We've also got a personalized support service where local customer service and support in every market provided by local colleagues on the ground who are committed to your success. We've got around 6,000 pages of advice and content to browse. We filled over plus minus 7 million phone calls in the last year and over 100,000 web chats also last year. So just some stats around the numbers coming into our customer service centers. And on the technology side, Sage Business Cloud has been part of the Forbes Cloud 100 World Best Cloud Companies, also in the Gartner Magic Quadrant Leader. And we've got an expansive ecosystem, which we're going to talk to in the presentation, which creates whole product solutions for our customers. Can just move to the next slide.
Yeah, sorry, just having a bit of a lag and switching over. There you go.
Thanks, Matt. Sage is the global market leader for technology for small and medium business, with the visibility, flexibility, and efficiency to manage your finances, operations, and people with our partners. Sage is trusted by millions of customers worldwide to deliver the best-in-class cloud technology and support. And our years of experience mean that our colleagues and partners really do understand how to serve you, our customers and communities, through the good and more challenging times. And we're here to help with both practical advice, solutions, expertise, and insights.
Thanks, Grant. And I think I just want to reiterate as well on this slide, the beauty of Sage Business Cloud is it's with you as you grow. So we've got solutions that cater from the smallest of businesses, even the self-starters, the self-employed. I know a lot of the attendees on the webinar today will be Pastel Express users, and even from that small business side, and as you scale up, we're with you to that medium-sized. We've got that collaboration with your accountants and bookkeepers, and that's all available in one product suite. That's the Sage Business Cloud. So you don't have to go and look for a completely new, different product to learn and to adapt to. It's with you as you grow. So getting more into the benefits of Sage for small businesses and specific Sage Business Cloud, what we're delivering with Sage Business Cloud is that always-on connectivity. So wherever you go, all you need is an internet connection, and you can access your business and your operations on your laptop, tablet, or mobile. You're getting that scalability and flexibility. So the scalability referring to what I just mentioned, as you grow your business, as you get into that more scaled up medium size, or if you're happy to just stay with the current size of your business and keep going as you're doing today, we allow that flexibility to maybe adjust in certain metrics and to run or manage and grow certain operations and aspects of that business. And that's all available through the Sage Business Cloud and our app partners. The enhanced security. And this is not just speaking to the data security and of it being securely backed up in the cloud, but also the integrity of that data and to navigate those stressful situations you might currently experience where your office or server may not be accessible. It goes beyond this and goes into the availability of that data. So when and where is that data going to be available for you? With Sage Business Cloud, it's always literally on your phone, on your tablet, on your laptop, across multiple devices. Productivity and efficiency, because you always have access, you're able to work and manage your business wherever you are. If you need to create a quote, you need to check stock, get a look into how your business is doing, or just stay on top of your cash flow, you're able to use Sage Accounting across your devices to do this. From a collaboration and teamwork perspective, like I mentioned before, there's a seamless link up with your accountants or bookkeepers or even your other teammates that you can use to collaborate in real time with the most up-to-date information and data. Bringing in our app partners from a flexibility standpoint, you can grow and manage your operations uniquely for your own business by bringing on board different app partners from our ecosystem. So if you have field staff, for example, there's an app for that. That common saying, there's an app for that. It's very cliche, but it's very true. From point of sale, I know a lot of you might be using point of sale currently on Express or Partner, and that kind of thing is available through our app partners to link into Sage Accounting with a very seamless and tight integration. So summing up what the Sage Business Cloud actually delivers here, it's simplicity, ease of use, and intelligent automation. It's about that seamless access to your business anytime, anywhere. It's guaranteed compliance. With Sage, we have really strong local compliant experts that stay on top of any legislation changes with direct links into SARS to make sure that your system's always up to date. That security and reliability of having access to your data anywhere, having it securely backed up and available whenever you need it. And again, that instant insights, all you have to do is check on your phone. We have a Sage Accounting mobile app that you can get an instant look into how your business is doing, to be able to anticipate those challenges and opportunities and seize on and pounce on them before they either grow and become even worse, or just to seize that opportunity. So overall, Sage is providing small and medium businesses with that visibility, flexibility, and efficiency to manage their finances, operations, and people. And it's all in the Sage Business Cloud, all in that one single source that you need to completely manage your business.
So Matt mentioned there's an app for this and an app for that, and our developer ecosystem is a key pillar of the Sage Business Cloud, and in fact very fundamental to our market competitiveness and future growth. So by leveraging the latest tech in the market to extend the capability and reach of Sage products with fully integrated third-party apps, the ecosystem enables us to achieve the ambition of becoming that single provider of business management solutions that our customers will ever need throughout their business journey with Sage. If you look on the screen now, these are just some of the trusted brands that have trusted Sage, with their solutions. So you've got the likes of Cash Crusaders, the Radisson Group, Vuyo's, Kumalo, Mabuyo, and many others. And we've got a vast array of expansive logos who are proudly Sage customers.
Yeah, and I think most of that, Grant, just want to call out. I mean, we have a 75,000 strong customer base currently using the solution. And as you can see there from Miles and Paul, the simplicity and ease of use to quickly turn around quotes and invoices, what really stands out for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Speaking more about those key features of accounting, which Mageshni will be able to dive into a little bit more when she gets to a demo. It's all about that quick and easy invoicing. It's about being able to connect your bank and seamlessly have your transactions flow into Sage Accounting so you can match them with your invoices. And that speaks to the automation around the solution. That instant overview of your business. So are all those important metrics on track? There's customizable dashboards that you can use to gain that instant insight into how your business is performing. To manage your stock, we have our own inbuilt perpetual inventory module with Sage Accounting. So you can even adjust the way that you manage and run your inventory. That access to reporting and analytics. I think there's more reports than I can count available in Sage Accounting, which I think Mageshni will even just only touch on with her demo. The ability to upload your own budgets and monitor and track how you're doing against those budgets. I did mention the mobile app, which is also that you can use available anywhere. The one thing I want to call out there too is around paying your people anywhere, anytime. Because of our very seamless integration with Sage Business Cloud Payroll, you can instantly switch over to that system that you can then use to pay your staff, your employees. Again, all in the cloud. And you can be confident that it's compliant, that it's reliable, and it's always available for you then. Speaking about that payroll, like we just mentioned with Sage Accounting, there's a number of customers using this solution at the moment, from the likes of News Cafe, Jesling Auditors, OnPoint Financial Consulting. So these are key customers that we have that take advantage of the solution to pay their people on time, every time, which gives them the confidence and trust not only in their businesses, but also in their payroll and the compliance side.
Our strong relationship. Sorry, Matt.
Oh, sorry, Karen, go on.
No problem. Our strong relationship with Gartner has really enabled analysts out there to recognize that the Sage Business Cloud is ahead in terms of its vision and proposition to customers.
Great, thanks, Grant. We'll now be going into the accounting demo, which I'm sure everybody has joined us to see. That will be headed up by Mageshni Naka, who is our product specialist for Sage Accounting. Take it away, Mageshni.
Thank you so much, Matt. That was a great presentation there. So getting straight into Sage Business Cloud Accounting, just want to say welcome, everybody, and thank you so much for joining our webinar session today. I'm already logged into my Sage Accounting profile, but if you want to log in or sign up for a free trial period, you can go to accounting.sage1.co.za to sign up for a trial period on there. So remember, you do get 30-day free trial to play around with the system and see how it works for your business. So going straight to it, I'm just going to touch on the company settings firstly, because you would need to first set up your company correctly in order for your processing to flow. So here we have your company details, where you will insert your relevant company name, telephone number, etc. On the right-hand side, we have your email communication option. So here is where you will put your email address you wish to send emails from. We also advise you to tick use mail-service at accounting.sage1.co.za because if it fails to send from the email address you've inserted in here, it will send on the Sage server on behalf of you. So your emails are always being sent to your customers and not floating around in the air. Moving along to additional company information. This is your statutory information. So you can insert this information in here where you see fit. We have customer zone settings available as well. So in regards to your customer zone settings, this enables your customers to view their invoices, their quotations, or their statements online. So when you send a customer a quotation or an invoice, a link will be sent with that email as well. All they need to do is just click on that link, and then they'll be able to access the customer zone just to check their account history with your business. We have online payment gateways available, which is also linked to Netcash. This allows your customers to pay you online, and it also allows you to pay your suppliers online. So if you do enable the Netcash functionality available here, the transactions will automatically sync to your banking, so you don't have to manually capture the entries that the customer had paid or the payments that you've made to your suppliers. Going on to general settings, we have financial years. So here, the system does not restrict you to the amount of financial years that you can create. You can go as far back as you would like in regards to the financial years. Just manually capture the years you would like to start at the top coming down, and the system will recalculate as you go along. Here we have the lockdown date feature that is also available to you. So if you have closed off your financial year end and you don't want anyone processing or changing any entries in the previous year, you can come here, click set lockdown date, and whatever date you insert in here, it basically means you won't be able to process entries on this date or prior to this date. Here we have the rounding option. So this is your basic round up, round down, normal rounding, or no rounding. Under regional settings, we have your decimal places that is used on your documents. So this is your quantity decimals, your value, your hours. We have your date format, which is used on your documents and your reporting as well. And then we have the currency symbol, which is obviously the currency you're trading in. While we're on the currency option, I just want to mention our multi-currency module that we have available to you as well. So this module allows you to trade in any currency around the world. We get our exchange rates from the site that's called openexchangerates.org. So the exchange rates are updated every single day, so you don't have to stress about that. But if you want to add on your own exchange rates, then here you can come to new custom exchange rates, put in a date format that the rate is relevant to, and put in the specific rate that you would like to use, and the system will only use this going forward. In regards to your Forex gains and losses, that is done automatically for you on the system. So there isn't any manual processing of gains and losses. Just make sure that your processing is done correctly and the gains and losses will be captured as well. Here we have customer and supplier settings. So this is just general warning messages when you're processing documents or when you're viewing reporting. So for example, there's an option that says warn when duplicate customer reference number is used on invoices, display inactive customers for selection when processing, etc. So you can play around with these settings, see which is fit for your business, tick and untick, and actually make use of that. Under item settings, we have your similar warning messages that is available to you here as well. One, when the item quantities fall below 0. One, when the item cost is 0. We also have a perpetual inventory system. So what this is it's called our advanced inventory system, where it captures the movement of your stock items. So when you're processing your supplier documents, your customer documents, the movement of the items will automatically be captured on the balance sheet, meaning that you do not have to manually process a journal entry to capture movement of your items. The system does it for you. Here we have your price list, where we have unlimited price list that is available to you as well. So this is where you can come in and put in your descriptions of all of your price lists. And then in regards to the price list, if I'm creating an item, on the master file, I can click on the price list tab. My descriptions are already created there, so it's saved up already here for me. And in regards to the prices, I can come in here and put in the relevant price as per the price list specifically. What's very nice about the price list functionality as well is when you're creating a customer account or even editing a customer account, you can set a default price list for your customers. So if this customer is applicable to a sale price, I can then come in here, put in the default price list, which will be for sale. And then when I'm processing a customer tax invoice for this specific customer, this price list will automatically come up on there, allowing me not to manually process the prices each and every time that customer is captured. Coming along to time tracking, so we're not going to go into detail in regards to this, but time tracking is basically a module that allows you to bill for time. So if you're a consultant or if you're working in photography and you need to bill for your time, you can make use of the time tracking module where that option is available. Outstanding balances, this is basically your age analysis. This is where the system allows you to run your age analysis either based on invoice date or on due date. So you can actually decide what you would like to base the report on, and it will run based on the selection in here. Coming to VAT settings, we are fully VAT compliant. So we do have invoice-based, payments-based, and no VAT that is available. We have all the VAT types that is added on for you already, so you can just start processing. If there is something that is not available, you can click the green plus to add it on with the relevant percentage as well. While we're on VAT, I just want to quickly show you the VAT reporting that is available to you as well. So here, if we go to reports, we have the VAT Tool 1 calculation report, the summary report, transaction report, even an audit report. And then on the screen, we have your current VAT period that's at the top here. And at the bottom, we have your previous VAT periods, the ones that you've already closed. In regards to this, you can link your payments and your refunds to the relevant periods that you have closed so that you can keep track of what was actually paid or refunded to you. Coming here to documents and statements, we have your statement messages. So this is just statement messages that you can add on to reflect on the statement itself when you're sending it out to your customer. So you can put in your banking details, you can put in the terms and conditions, you can put in whatever information you'd like, honestly, so that it will reflect on the statement document itself. Same for customer document and supplier document messages. These are just allowing you to add on messages on the relevant documents itself. So you can then go in, put in the relevant message applicable to the document. And then when you're printing or emailing the document, this message will populate on the document as well. Under document numbers, we do have a standard set of document numbers that is available to you. However, if you wish to change those document numbers because you're coming from a manual system or you're coming from Express and you already have a set of numbers to use, no problem. We can change the document numbers in here for you. So you can just come in here, change the sequence of the document numbers the way you would like, and save. And then the system will use this sequence going forward. Under document descriptions, here we have your descriptions for each of your documents. Same process goes. So if you're not happy with the descriptions that's already in here, you can actually come in here and change the description if you need to as well. It is very flexible. Invoice and statement layouts. So we do have multiple layouts available for you on the system at the moment. So you can play out with the layouts that we currently have, see which one works best for you. But if you're not happy with the layouts that we do have available to you, then you are more than welcome to download the custom layout designer for Windows and actually customize your own layouts specific to your business needs. So you will be able to add fields as well as remove fields that's currently on the default layout that is available. Coming along to branding, here you are able to actually upload your logo. So you need to make sure your logo is in one of the formats that is stated on here. As soon as your logo is saved in that specific format, you will just choose the position of your logo. So you will tell the system, is it top left, is it top right, or none. So if you say none, it's not going to reflect on any of the documents. So just make sure it's either top left or top right. Tick the option that says logo on invoice and statement emails. If you're using the customer zone as explained earlier, can you also tick the option logo on customer zone so that the logo reflects on your customer zone as well? Moving along to user-defined fields. Here we have the user-defined fields available to you for customer, supplier, item, and asset. So if there is any additional information that you want reflecting under your customers, that you also want on your documents, for example, you can come here and make use of the user-defined field. In my case, I have the user-defined field as medical aid name, number, and ID number of the member. So if I go to a specific customer account, and under the customer account, I go to user defined fields, I have these three options already populated for me because it is already saved on my company settings. So I can come in here now and I can insert the relevant information that is applicable here. I can also add on the user defined fields on my document itself so that when I'm printing a document for this customer, these user-defined fields will populate with the information as well. Under documents and transactions, you can also make use of the user-defined fields specific to each document itself. In my case, under my quotation, I have vehicle registration, kilometer color, and last service date. So if I go to my quotation and open up a new quotation, I just want to show you quickly how you can use the user-defined field on there. So here under new quotation, I go to options. I go to show user-defined fields. My information is already populated there because I've already saved it on the company setup. So I can just come in here, insert the relevant information under vehicle registration, kilometer, color, last service. And then when I'm printing the quotation itself, it will print with this additional information that I've added on there as well. On email signatures, remember our email signatures are in HTML formats only. So in regards to this, unfortunately, there isn't any colors that is available. There isn't any images that are available as well. It's just normal HTML format. And then we do have pre-populated signatures that is available to you as well. So here you can actually come and have a look at the signatures that is there already. If you're not happy with those signatures, you can click on add signature. And this is where you can create your signature for each document specifically. We also have placeholders available, which is system generated information. So you can come in here and also make use of the placeholders, and that information will populate once the email is being sent. So under company, we also have the notes and attachments feature available to you. That's where you can create notes if you want to communicate internally, if you want your specific user, or if you want your colleague to actually follow up on a quotation or a bank statement, for example, you can make the note and attachment on there. What we have is available as well is the budget option. So here you can create budgets. You can either decide to create budgets manually, or you can create your budgets based on the historic data. So budgets work very well with analysis codes. So let's quickly go to analysis codes. These are projects basically that you can actually use for further reporting. In my case, I have 3 descriptions that is available here, which is regions, cost centers, and projects. And under each description, you can add unlimited categories under each of these analysis codes. So when you're processing your customer tax invoices, your bank transactions, your journal entries, you can link it to a specific analysis code. And then when you're viewing the profit and loss report, you can run the profit and loss report comparing it to a budget as well as for a specific analysis code. So in my case, I'm going to choose my analysis codes that I want to run the report based on. I'm going to run the report for the current year. I'm going to compare it with the budget, and I'm going to display budget variance as well. So that when I view this report, it will then show me my actual, my budget, as well as my variance based on these specific analysis codes that I've selected in that category as well. So it gives you further details to your reporting. So you can have a look at the budget and the analysis code. Remember, it's no additional costing. It's with the package itself. So that's a bonus for you as well. We also have the import export functionality available. So if you want to import any of your master files, like your customers, suppliers, your items, your accounts, you can come in here and you can make use of the import export functionality. Here under opening balances, this is where you can insert your opening balances. So it is in trial balance format. So you can just come in here and insert the relevant balance for each account specifically. If the account is not available here, then you can just manually click on add the account and create it and insert the balance here. So that's about it under the company option. If we go to administration, I just want to advise that in regards to your companies and your users, you are able to create multiple companies as well as multiple users. So the system doesn't actually restrict you to that. You can create multiple company, multiple users. Then here under administration, my profile, I just want to quickly go to my details. This is where you can change email. So if you feel the email address you registered with is not the correct address, you can just come in here, say change email and change that address. You can change your password in here as well. And then under preferences, this settings allows you to show the number of rows to show in list grids and the number of rows to show in transaction grids. So this is very flexible. You can come in here, put in however many rows you would like it to reflect for you and save so that it reflects accordingly. And then here, whenever you log into your company on Sage Business Cloud, it automatically takes you to a dashboard. This is where you can actually tell the system what default dashboard you would like to use in regards to that. So I just want to quickly touch on the dashboard. If we quickly go here to home and then dashboard, this is one of the dashboards that we do have available to you. What is great about the dashboard feature is that it has full drill down functionality. So here I have my customer balances days outstanding dashboard. It gives me my figure. But if I want to drill down and I want to see details of what it's actually showing me, I can do that from the screen. So here it will give me all my invoices, all my credit notes, all my receipts, whatever the case may be. And I can even go into further detail to see what is going on in any of these documents applicable. If you're using the customer zone as explained earlier, it is advisable to use the customer zone notification on your dashboard as well, because this shows you which customer viewed what document at a specific date. So you can always be on top of your game in regards to this. You can see who viewed the quote online, who viewed the invoices online, or the statements online, and you can actually follow up based on that. In regards to the dashboard options, if I go to add widget, I'm able to add or remove any widgets that I would like. So if something doesn't apply to my business here, I can just untick it and then obviously just tick what I want it to show on the dashboard, and that's what it will come up as. What is also cool here is your to-do list. So here it shows you if you have expired quotes, if you have a bank account note that you've created that's overdue, a customer note that you've created that you need to look at. All your notes will come up in here. So in regards to the quotation, if I click on that plus, it shows me the quotes that is expired. I can go into further detail. I can tell the system, do I need to invoice? Do I need to cancel? Or what do I need to do with this quotation? So this to-do list is also a very nice feature here. I just want to check on the workspace quickly. So if you go to my workspace, these is what we call tiles. So this is just making it easier for you to process while you're logged into Sage Accounting. So here, if you want to create an invoice, for instance, you don't have to go to customer transactions, customer invoice. You just click create invoice and an invoice will be opened up for you to start processing just like this. So it's just an easier way of working. In regards to these tiles, you can also customize them. So you can add tiles, you can remove tiles as well, obviously to suit your business needs. If you process more journal entries more than invoices, then you would add journal entries there so that it's just at a click of a button for you. And then your customer, supplier, item, and financial dashboard is specific to those topics. So that's exactly what it does. Full drill down functionality available on those as well. Going on to our quick view. So this is a very nice feature where if you're processing, if you're viewing any reporting or whatever screen you may be on the accounting system, and if you want to quickly check up a specific item, you can do that using the quick view functionality. So here I went to quick view items. I want to see this specific item. It shows me the value, the cost, the price, the GP percentage, the quantity. It tells me how many is sitting on the purchase order, a quote, or a sales order. It's also in graph format where it will show me my sales versus purchases here. And then it also shows all transactions ever processed for this specific item. So the quick view is a very handy tool. You can run the quick view for any of these options available here: customer, supplier, item, bank account, or general ledger accounts. And it will basically give you details for that specific or relevant account you're looking at. Here we have customers. So here we just have your customer master file that is available to you. Under transactions, we have your quotations, your sales orders, your tax invoices. We also have recurring invoices available. So that feature is also here, and it's a very handy feature to have. And then customer adjustments is basically customer journals. It's just called customer adjustments on Sage Accounting, but it is journal entries that you can process. We have full reporting available for your customers: sales by customer, sales by sales rep. We have your statement, your customer balances days outstanding report. That is your age analysis report. We have your customer transaction report, which is your detailed report as well. And in regards to debtors manager, so I just want to touch on debtors manager quickly with you guys. This is an additional module that we have added on Sage Business Cloud Accounting, which is very handy. This is basically an invoice manager allowing you to just organize your outstanding invoices and get your payments in rather than leaving it overdue. So here we have non-payment reasons that is available to you. There is pre-populated non-payment reasons that is in here, but you can come in, add your own non-payment reasons as well. Same for action codes. We have action codes already created, but you can come in here, create your own action code. I just want to show you how this works quickly. So if I go to a specific tax invoice, if I click on this little calendar icon and I say add, it allows me to add a new action for this specific document. I can put in a note in here. I can tell the system what the non-payment reason is. I can put in an anticipated payment date, an expected amount, and I can put in my next action. What am I going to do next in regards to this document? I can tell the system to remind me on this specific date and save. If I look at the history on the specific invoice, it will tell me I spoke to Jeremy who promised to pay tomorrow. I spoke to the whoever so-and-so on this date, the anticipated payment date, the user that created the note, and the expected amount that is coming in. So that's how you will use your non-payment reasons and your action codes in regards to Debtors Manager. We also have the Invoices Manager available to you. So this is a high-level overview of all the invoices that is outstanding, the number of days that it is overdue, If there is a reminder date that you set, anticipated payment date, outstanding balance, and the expected amount for the relevant document. And in regards to the invoices workflow, so this is completely customizable. You can add additional tiles. You can put in your relevant aging periods for each tile as you see fit to your business. In regards to sending an email, you can customize each email per aging period. So if you click on this little pencil icon, you can customize the email for each aging period there. And then when you're sending out the communication run, it will send out the communication as per the emails that you've customized in here. You can also decide to place the customer account on hold. So if the invoice is overdue for so many days and you feel you don't want to invoice this client anymore, you click place customer account on hold. And then when you're processing customer invoices, there will be a pop-up message to say the account is on hold. And then in regards to the communication run, this is a very nice feature because you just put in the date in here that you want to send out communication or the actions that has reached that date. It will show you all the invoices that is outstanding. You can tell the system, are you sending out the email or are you excluding from communication run? And all you have to do is say send all communication, and all emails will be sent to these customers as per the emails you've customized on the workflow screen. So this is a very nice module to have as well, just to be on top of your game with your outstanding invoices. Here, suppliers, we have add a supplier. Your supplier transactions is your purchase orders, your invoices, your returns, your payments. Your supplier adjustments is your supplier journals. And yes, we do have full reporting for your suppliers as well. So this is where you can run your days outstanding report, which is the age analysis, your statement, your transactional report, etc. Under items, so here it gives you two options. You can either create a physical item or you can create a service item. So you'll notice with physical item, the quantity option is available. With service item, it disappears from there. If you're using the perpetual system, you will have these accounts applicable to you as well, where you have your sales and cost of sales account. If you're not happy with the accounts that is already selected in here, you are more than welcome to create your own accounts. So you can link your items to specific sales and purchases accounts. And for reporting purposes, it will then report based on the accounts it's linked to on here. So that's also a very nice functionality. And then here under transactions, we have your item adjustments that is available. And then we have the adjust item selling prices. So in regards to adjusting the selling prices, it's very quick, very simple and easy. If you're using the price list, you can choose to adjust a specific price list, a specific item category. You can update it based on selling price, average cost, or last cost. And you can adjust the price manually where you insert the figures yourself, or you can adjust it by percentage so that it's easier for you as well. If you have set up recurring invoices, you can also tick this box that says update selling prices on recurring invoices, so the prices are updated on there as well. And then regarding reporting, we have your sales by item, purchases by item, your item movement, item valuation report as well that is available to you. Coming over to banking, so here you're not restricted to banking. You are able to create however many bank or credit cards that you would like. So I just want to show you quickly, there is 3 different ways of processing your bank transaction. There's a manual way of doing things where you manually go in and type in what is applicable in each column itself, where you manually enter the amounts, the figures, etc. The other way of doing it is if you say import bank statements. So the system allows you to import in an OFX or a CSV option. In this case, I'm just going to use CSV for now. I'm just going to browse for my statement quickly and say import file. I just want to show you quickly what it looks like when it does import. So you just need to make sure your statement is in a CSV format, and you'll be able to import it onto Sage Accounting. While we're just waiting for that to load quickly. There's also bank reconciliations available to you, but if you're using the CSV option, you don't need to do the reconciliations manually because it's your actual bank statement. So when it imports, this is what it looks like on your banking itself. So in my case, you'll notice here for fuel, it's already allocated to this account. How did it do that? Here at the end of the line, there is an option for bank statement mapping rules. So if I click on that, I have created a rule for the system to look for fuel payment. So whenever a bank statement is being imported, it's going to look for fuel payment and it's going to automatically allocate this description to this account called fuel payment. It did the same for bank charges, for staff welfare, motor vehicle expenses as well, because I've created many mapping rules that is available. You can also create your mapping rules for your customers and suppliers as well. So before we go there, so here you can allocate it. You can say, is it going to a customer, a supplier, a transfer, VAT, or an account? This case, I'm going to say customer. I'm going to choose a customer account. Let's just put this figure in here. And then on this page, I can also allocate my invoices to the specific receipt that I've received. So I click on this little icon at the extreme right, which is the double-sided arrow. If I click on that, it will open up the allocate invoice page for me, and it will allow me to allocate my invoices in here. So in this case, I only have an opening balance for this customer. So I can allocate this figure to the opening balance and save. And then when I'm viewing my statement for this specific customer, it will show me that the receipt came in and to what it was allocated. So it will show, is it allocated to an invoice or an opening balance or an adjustment, whatever the case may be. Same for supplier. If you are linking transaction to a specific supplier account, you can also go in here and allocate the specific invoice that is applicable to that supplier, and then just save, and then you know that allocations are done there for you as well. So that is the import bank statement functionality. And then the most amazing thing that you can actually do here is use the automatic bank feeds, because you don't have to manually import. You don't have to remember to save it on your desktop and bring it into Sage. It does everything for you. All you have to do is go to banking transactions, manage bank feeds. And this is where you can set up your automatic bank feeds for Sage Accounting. So you'll say Sage Bank Feeds, you'll say continue, you'll accept the terms and conditions, you'll continue. It will show you our most used bank accounts on here. And if your bank account is not on the list here, you can always search for your bank account there and then follow the steps to set up your automatic bank feeds. All you need to do is link it up with your internet login details, your internet banking login details. Once you set it up and link it up on here, every day when you log into Sage, it's going to automatically look for feeds in the background and bring in your feeds automatically. So you don't have to do anything or press any buttons. Your feeds will come through automatically. It will look just like this. The only thing you'll have to do is allocate it to the relevant customer, supplier account, whether it's a VAT account, a transaction, or whether it's a transfer. That's all you have to do and save. You'll notice this REC box is already ticked because that is your reconciliation box. So if you're using the CSV functionality or OFX, or if you're using automatic bank feeds, this block is already ticked for you because it's coming straight from your bank. There's no room for errors. So that is also very great in regards to the automatic bank feeds that we have available. Regarding the mapping rules, if I go here to banking lists, bank statement mapping rules, this is where all your rules are saved. So you can save it on the banking screen directly. If anything needs to be changed, you can come change it in here. You can add new rules. Also, no limitations here. You can delete rules if it's no longer necessary to you. So you can just click here and say delete and it will be gone. And this is where you can manage that. So in regards to duplicates, the system also checks for duplicates. So you can tell the system, do you want to check for duplicates based on date and amount, or date, description, and amount? Do you want it to check for duplicates on reviewed transactions or new and reviewed transactions? So you can actually choose the options here. And if there is a duplicate transaction that does come up on your banking, it will give you a message that says duplicates found. So all you have to do is just click on duplicates found, and tell the system, do you delete the duplicate or do you want to keep the duplicate? That's basically it. And then in regards to your reporting, we have your banking credit card transactions, the cash movement, cash flow. And if you are set up for bank feeds, there is a bank feed audit trail report. So let's say, for instance, the bank feed doesn't pull through for a day and you don't know why. You can go log into the bank feed audit trail report and actually see, do you need to update your internet banking login details? Is there any terms and conditions on your banking that you need to accept? Is there any adverts available for you to just accept? So the bank feed audit trail will give you full details of that, so you're always on top of your game. Then here under accounts, we have your normal add account, where we have a standard set of chart of accounts that is available to you. But if there is additional accounts that you wish to add on, you can do that under add account. In regards to account reporting groups, here you can create account reporting groups as well. So you obviously create the group based on the specific category. So you'll choose income, expenses, whatever the case may be, create the groups on here so that when you're viewing your reporting, your balance sheet report, it will run the report and show you the reporting based on the groups that you've created here. And then in regards to reports, we have the account transaction report available. So we were talking about collaboration earlier. So yes, it is very important to collaborate, especially with your accountants if you do have one. So here in the accountants area, you can go and invite your accountant. You can send a note to your accountant if you wish to as well. This is where you can process your general journal entries. We also have recurring journal entries available to you now as well, so you can go ahead and create that. This is where you can find your management reports, transaction reports, audit reports, your VAT reports, and then the trial balance export. And then in regards to reporting, this is all the reports that is available on Sage Business Cloud Accounting. You'll notice if you go to customers, there's reports, suppliers reports, item reports, but also under the reports feature, everything is under one space for you. So you can come in here, select the necessary topics, and run the reports based on that. We also have a full audit trail report that's available. So if I go to reports and then other, we have the audit trail, which shows when transactions were created, edited, or deleted. We have the system audit trail, which shows any changes that were made on the system to system settings by a specific user. So you're always able to keep track of who's making changes to the system and what is being changed as well. So that's in regards to reporting. And then one more thing I forgot to show you guys was the user access. So if I go to administration control user access, here you can give and take away permissions for each user individually. So just click on permissions next to the username, and then you can expand the options available here to give and take away permissions for each user specifically. So it is very flexible. You can take away permissions. You can give someone access to customers only, for instance, and it can work that way as well. So basically, in a nutshell, this is what Sage Business Cloud Accounting is all about, where it allows you to spend more time working on your business as opposed to in your business. So remember, it is very flexible. You can access it anytime, anywhere, as long as you have a secure internet connection. You have no stress in regards to that. So please do go take advantage of our free 30-day trial that is available to you. So just go to the site accounting.sage1.co.za, accounting.sage1.co.za, and click on the sign up button to sign up for the free trial. Thank you everybody for joining, and thank you so much for your time. I hope you have a lovely day further.